Nivedita Joshi is here by taking a video on dihybrid cross and law of independent assortment. This is a topic from class 12th biology, that is the unit of genetics, chapter number 5. So, in this topic, we will study because both these two, dihybrid cross and the law of independent assortment, these two are correlated because dihybrid the law of independent assortment is applicable on dihybrid cross. So we have to study these two topics together. So first we will understand what is dihybrid cross. But word itself is giving the meaning. Di means two. Two what are the two? At a time we will consider two characters. Like in the monohybrid cross, we have considered one character only. In the previous video you have gone through the example, that is Mendel has taken the one tall plant and other is the dwarf plant, means the height was the character over there. So height is one character. So in the dihybrid cross we will study two characters. Like in the next slide you will get the example, that is two characters we will consider. Like we can have the color of the seeds and the shape of the seeds, means color is one character and the shape is the second character. So two characters together we will study. So such a cross is dihybrid cross, means we can conclude a cross between parents differing in two pairs of contrast characters. Contrast characters means like one character we have color of the seed, then we will have the contrast forms as yellow and the green. These are the two contrast form. And if we take the shape of the seed, means round and wrinkled. These two are the contrast forms. So we will take this. So Mendel did this experiment by considering these characters. So there is the example. Mendel made cross dihybrid crosses. One of the example is here in the diagram or in the picture. You can see he considered round and yellow seeds and he crossed such a plant which is bearing such type of seeds crossed with a plant which is bearing the wrinkled and green seeds. So he has crossed these two plants. So in the F1 generation, according to law of dominance, the dominant characters were expressed like round was the dominant character and yellow was the uh, round and yellow both were the dominant characters, and there the green and wrinkled, these were not expressed, means these were the recessive characters. So this in the F1 we will get the round and yellow seeds. This is F1 generation. But when the plants are allowed for the self pollination, means F1 plants, we are talking of the F1 plants. So when they are allowed self pollination, then in the diagram you can see it will make out the same type of gametes. So four types of gametes are possible over here, and on fertilization we will get the different combination. Here you can see it is shown with the help of colors as well in the Punnet's square, that is called as the Punnet's square. Okay, so it is easy by to show the all kind of possibility to through the Punnett square is easy to study. So he found that uh, Mendel found that the yellow and green both colors were obtained in the 3:1. In the same way the round and wrinkled also in the 3:1. If we are talking of the two characters separately, but wherever see you should know this कि dominant character is just denoted by the capital letter and the recessive character is with the small letter. So this is, so wherever the capital R is there, even the single one, even the single one, if one R, capital R will be there, means it will be round. But the recessive character cannot be expressed by single small r. It needs one more allele of same type. Means whenever there will be two small r, then it will be green. Otherwise, it will be uh, it will be wrinkled. Okay. So means the recessive character. You can keep in mind it is the recessive characters required a pair of allele to express itself. So this is seen. So here you can see the 9 are round and yellow, and one is the wrinkled in green. Means these are the parental combinations. Okay, because parents were round and yellow and wrinkled in green. So round and yellow were obtained in the 9 and wrinkled and green as 1. Means two different, means new recombinations, new combinations, that is recombination, are obtained. So they were round and green, and second one was yellow and wrinkled. Such combinations were obtained in 3:3. So this was the example of dihybrid cross. Means we can conclude the segregation of one pair of contrasting characters, that is round and wrinkled shape. It is independent of segregation of another pair of contrast characters, that is yellow and the green. Means round and yellow, round and wrinkled were the shape, and yellow and green were the color. So shape is independent of color. Okay, understand? And also we get the new recombinations. So we have the dihybrid phenotypic and genotypic ratio. I told you the phenotypic ratio will be 9:3:3:3:1, whereas the genotypic ratio 1:2:4:2:1:2:1. This will be, but you have to focus on the phenotypic ratio, that is 9:3:3:1. This is important one to keep in mind. Okay, same in the monohybrid cross, it was 3:1 only. So both these ratio you should know the phenotypic one. Now we can conclude law of independent assortment. I told you law of independent assortment is applicable on dihybrid cross. So law of independent assortment. So this law states that when more than one pair of characters are involved in a cross, the segregation of one pair of contrasting character is independent of the segregation of other pair of contrasting characters. Means I told you previously that both the character, shape and the color, they were independent of them. But apart from the parental combination, we get the new combinations as well.